today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
And here comes Ben Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead this Steeler offense.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Meanwhile, Ben's throw complete there to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Second and 8 coming up. They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. Ebron caught left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsay. Touchdown! Phillip Lindsay from 8 yards out. And the Steelers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, that's complete, left side to Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now Jackson on 1st down, flushed out right, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw, rolling to his right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw on the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out. Some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 71 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point put through by Boswell. That'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return is Duvernay. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
67 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
We are in through one on EA Sports. 8 yards to go on second down. Dobbins running out of the gun. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 34 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork and some good... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right?
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it in. Tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. down. A measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Goff's going to tuck it and run. Then he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff for Lindsey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. A little check down to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. Malik Harrison on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
That's taken on the 25. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Jackson. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's got this down to the 35. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No.
And he goes to him. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Running left with Snell, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, we've already had success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can have him in.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to our live report. Coach.
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everyone what we've got coming up in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals doing battle with the New England Patriots. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. On the return is Duvernay. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter.
And you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
McSorley's throw complete there to Bateman.
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Another way in for a Ravens touchdown. Trace McSorley, 30 yards. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Snell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Another run by Lindsey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Owe in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
Yeah, team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. McSorley from the shotgun. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. Steps away.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Oh, he fakes a spike. Contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. A good grab by the Clemson native there, Sammy Watkins, Charles.
And he doesn't have every measurable that you look for in a receiver, but you can't deny the production. I mean, this guy knows how to get the football. He knows how to make tough catches.
Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Going up top. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Snell going to try the right side. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 33. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
On the return is Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
45, 45. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. 1 quarter remains. Round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Lindsey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
And they will take a knee here. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
2nd down at 5.
Ben to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Pernell McPhee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20.
That's what it is.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And Bolgery, he's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size and victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as they're forced to kick for the sixth time today. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And they will take a knee here. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.